Hey everyone, this is Copper here. Fired with only Bulbasaur was a tough ride. Today we are doing a Pupitar-Only challenge in Pokémon Silver. Before we dive into this rocky adventure, here are the rules. I can only use Pupitar in battle, no items during battle, held items are allowed. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe and drop a comment on what challenge you would like to see next. Let's get into it. Using the Universal Pokémon Randomizer, I swapped Cyndaquil for Pupitar, so our rival ends up with Feraligatr, the toughest matchup so far. I named our Pupitar Rocky because, well, he looks like a rock. Our first rival battle honestly couldn't have been better. I led with Rocky and set up Sandstorm right away. Turns out, I didn't need to worry. Rocky landed 2 solid bites and the second one even crit. Just like that, the battle was over. Easy win, no stress. Then we headed to Sprout Tower, and I was a little nervous. All those bell sprouts. I was expecting vine whips flying at us non-stop, but Sage Lee only used growth over and over, and never actually attacked. I kept waiting for the catch, but it never came. Rocky just kept chomping through his team. Even the Hurhur didn't give us trouble. Honestly, it felt like a free pass. And then came Faulkner. I knew his flying types could be tricky, especially with all the mud slap spam. 1 or 2 accuracy drops and things can fall apart easily, but Rocky didn't flinch. Even with his accuracy lowered, he kept landing bite after bite. He chewed through Pidgey and then brought down Giotto like it was nothing. Badge 1 done. I went in feeling pretty confident, but that Scyther? No joke. Fury Cutter started off weak, but it ramps up fast, way faster than I expected. Before I could react, the damage was stacking, and Rocky just couldn't keep up. We lost our first attempt and I walked out with the gym humbled. But on the rematch, we came prepared. I led with Sandstorm again to get some cheap damage rolling and help Rocky tank special hits a bit better. This time I played it carefully, chipping away with Bite, making sure not to let Fury Cutter snowball again. It was close, but Rocky held on and clawed us through the fight. Scyther fell and batch number 2 was finally ours. And then came Whitney. Everyone talks about her Miltank, like it's the stuff of nightmares. And yeah, that's right. We used Screech to drop her defense and open up with Rock Slide, which hit hard, but then we missed one. My heart attack sank. One missed Rock Slide can be a death sentence when you are up against Rollout or Attract Shenanigans, but somehow Rocky toughed it out. Sandstorm kept ticking in the background and it was just enough to finish her off before she could turn the tables. Next is a rival fight at Burn Tower. Hunter led the charge and immediately went for Curse, which started draining our HP every turn. Since Hunter was faster, there was no way to dodge it. Then came Croconaw. I tried to slow it down with Rock Slide and it flinched before it could land much. Eventually we got through it with Bite. Zubat came next and thankfully went down with one clean hit from Rock Slide. That gave us a brief breather. But then came out Magnemite. That was the scariest part. Resist everything Rocky had, and Sonic Boom was hitting us for 20 HP. Not something we could afford with Curse in taking. By the time we got out our last hit, Rocky was handling with 1 HP. Did the final blow, took down Magnemite and secured us the win. The battle against Morty was nothing but brutal. His team of ghost types was fast, hit hard and had all the stat moves you would expect. Hypnosis, Curse. In our first attempt, Rocky was just too slow. Morty's Pokemon outsped us and did way too much damage. We were overwhelmed. The second attempt didn't go much better. Jaeger came out immediately and landed the Hypnosis. While Rocky was stuck asleep, we took a ton of damage. We managed to get through most of Morty's team, but the last halted head on and finishes off. Another loss. Third time though, that was the one. But now, Rocky had grown stronger. Not just in stats, but in grit. We opened with a clean win against Ghastly, then Gengar came in again, yep, Hypnosis landed. But this time Rocky woke up just in time. Gengar went for a second Hypnosis and missed, giving us the window we needed to land a grassy hit and take it down. But it wasn't over. The first hunter outsped us and landed a nasty hit, bringing Rocky down to lower health. It felt like it could slip away, but Rocky held strong and knocked it out. Then came Morty's final hunter. Thankfully it was slower. One final rock slide and it was over. Chuck was a real threat, and Rocky was at serious disadvantage. Fighting types hit hard, and most of Chuck's moves were super effective against us. The first attempt didn't go well. Primeape opened strong and quickly dropped Rocky to less than half health. Took us 2 thrushes to bring it down, but we were already in bad shape. Then came Poliwrath and didn't waste time, one dynamic punch and Rocky was out. The second attempt was a different story, with a few more levels up. This time he took out Primeape in one clean thrush before it could do any serious damage. Poliwrath came out again, thrush hit, and it crit, bringing Poliwrath down to low health. Poliwrath answered back with Surf, but Rocky hung on just barely. Third thrust landed, and was it. Victory earned the hard way. Despite the type disadvantage and some scary moments, Rocky powered through and gave us our 5th badge. Next up was Jasmine, the Steel type gym leader, and I knew from the start this wasn't going to be an easy win. Steel resists nearly everything Rocky can throw at it, and once the battle began, that became painfully clear. We got through her first Magnemite without too much trouble, but then she sent out Steelix. That thing is a wall. Even after it missed 2 Iron Tails, Rocky could barely scratch it. We chipped it down to half health at best, and it was with some luck on our side. We needed to train to level up to find a way to close the power gap. After the fight with Jasmine, Price was a welcome break. Rocky made quick work of him. We led with Rock Slide and Seal went down instantly. One hit KO, no questions asked. Piloswine managed to survive a Rock Slide, but his damage was barely a scratch in return. Rocky stood firm, shrugged it off, and finished the job with ease. Then came Yugong, and just like Seal, it was one hit KO. Another Rock Slide, another clean win. Time for the rematch with Jasmine, and this time Rocky was ready. We opened with Rock Slide, and things started off better than expected. Magnemite flinched right away, giving us the perfect setup. A follow bite and sealed the deal. Then came Steelix, the real challenge. We led with Crunch and it crit. It used Screech instead. That gave us another free hit and we dropped a second Crunch, but Steelix survived. Jasmine went for a heal, but we weren't letting this slip away. Rocky came back with a back-to-back critical crunches and finishing off Steelix in dramatic fashion. The last Magnemite tried to slow us down by confusing us, but Rocky wasn't having it. Landed the hit and stepped out of that gym victorious. Next up was another rival fight. Golbat was up first, but it didn't last long. One Rock Slide, clean, one hit KO. Then came Feraligatr, which on paper should have been a threat. Water type, solid stats, super effective attacks. But in practice, hardly scratch. Rocky tanked the hits like there was nothing and dropped Feraligatr with 2 Rock Slides. Water came next and faded instantly to a Crunch. Magnemite followed and barely had time to appear before going down to 1 Rock Slide. Same with Sneasel, in and out with a single blow. It wasn't even close. Our rival keeps talking a big game, but Rocky keeps shutting him down. The final gym battle against Claire, and Rocky was more than ready. She came in strong with her Dragonairs, Rocky wasn't faced. Rock Slide took out the first 2 with ease. Then came Kingdra, her ace, and I was honestly curious if Rocky could handle it. We went up with Rock Slide and Lad Sol, taking off about 2/3 of Kingdra's health. Kingdra tried to stall us with Smoke Screen, lowering Rocky's accuracy. Our next move was Crunch and it critted, finishing Kingdra off in one clean shot. Her last Dragonair came out but it met the same fate as the others. One final rock slide, and that was that. The last rival battle before the league, and Rocky was more than ready. Rocky opened the battle, took down Sneasel with his only rock slide. Feraligatr came in next, and even with water gun it barely made the dent. Rocky stood firm and finished off without breaking a sweat. Catabra followed, but was too frail to handle the power of Crunch, another one-hit KO. Hunter tried his luck next, but Rocky had something new, Earthquake. Hunter stood no chance, same with Magneton. Earthquake hit and was gone in a flash. Finally Golbat came out, but like always, it fell to Rock Slide without issue. Total sweep, no damage that mattered, no second chances. First up in the Elite Four, Will, the Psychic type specialist. But honestly, Rocky made it look easy. We led with Rock Slide and took out his first Xatu in a single hit. Executor followed and dropped instantly to one crunch. Then came Jinx, but it didn't stand a chance either. One Rock Slide and it was down. Slowbro tried to hold on, tanking the first crunch, but even couldn't survive a second. Rocky didn't flinch. Will's second Xatu came out last, and just like the first, it went down to Rock Slide. Next up, Koga, the Poison type specialist. He opened with Gyarados, which tried to be slippery by spamming double team. Few Rock Slides missed, but Rocky stayed patient. Eventually one finally connected. Then came his Fortress. We switched things up and went with Earthquake, and it crit, done in one huge moment. Venomoth followed, but like so many before it couldn't survive even one Rock Slide. Crobat was next, it poisoned us, tried to stall us out, but Rocky landed a Rock Slide immediately after, and it was over. Last up was Mach. It looked bulky, but Earthquake made sure it never got a chance. One hit, gone. Despite some tricks and poison tactics, Rocky came out strong. Third in the Elite Four, Bruno, the Fight type specialist. Rocky came ready to prove that even fighting types can break him. Bruno led with Hitmontop, but it didn't last long. One Earthquake and was out. Hitmonlee followed, same result. One Earthquake, done. Hitmonchan came out swinging with Mach Punch, but Rocky tanked it and dropped him with another Earthquake. Then came the real test, matchup. It survived our Earthquake and fired back with a brutal Cross Chop. It hit hard, leaving Rocky deep in the red. Things got tense. Bruno healed, but Rocky didn't let up. Two Earthquakes back to back finished matchup for good. Bruno's last hope was Onyx, but that's Rocky's domain. One Earthquake, one knockout. Last of the Elite Four, Karen, the Dark type specialist. She led with Umbreon, bulky and annoying. Our first Earthquake didn't quite take it out. It hit us with Sand Attack, lowering Rocky's accuracy. But on the next turn, Earthquake landed clean and Umbreon went down. Then came Vileplume. Rocky went for Thrush. Vileplume hit back with Stun Spore, paralyzing us, and then started spamming Moonlight to stall. But Rocky fired through and landed a second Thrush, taking it out. Next was Gengar. It managed to use Curse. It was all it can do. One Earthquake and it was gone. Karen sent out Houndoom, but Rocky didn't flinch. Another Earthquake, another one-hit KO. Last was Murkrow, and we wrap it up with one solid Rock Slide. At last, the final battle, Champion Lance. He came out swinging with Gyarados, but Rocky shut that down fast. One Rock Slide and was up. His first Dragonite? Same fate. Rock Slide down in one. Then came his second Dragonite, the one I was actually worried about. It survived the Rock Slide and countered with Outrage, but the damage barely scratched Rocky. We followed up with Crunch and went down. Next came Aerodactyl. Things got tricky. Rocky started missing Rock Slides, and Aerodactyl hit us back-to-back hyper beams. Finally Rock Slide landed and Aerodactyl hit the ground for good. Then came Lance's third Dragonite. At this point it was routine. Another Rock Slide, another knockout. Last up was Charger, 4 times weak to Rock. One final Rock Slide later, victory. Not gonna lie, this challenge was fun. If you enjoyed the run, drop a like, leave a comment with what challenge I should do next, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic Pokemon content. This is the Scopper signing off. See you in the next adventure.